Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news. Alright, folks, today we're diving into some jaw-dropping developments that are shaking up the NFC West and could potentially reshape the entire landscape of the NFC playoff picture this season. The San Francisco 49ers, a team that's been a perennial powerhouse over the past few seasons, is now facing some interesting strategic moves, and one of the biggest surprises involves their star tight end, George Kittle. Yes, you heard it right. Kittle, a player who's been instrumental in their offensive success, is now reportedly on the move, heading to Detroit in a trade that's sending shockwaves across the league. This isn't just a minor transaction, it's a move that could have ripple effects on both teams' futures, especially considering the current state of the 49ers and the Lions. So, let's unpack this a little. The trade, as insiders like Diana Rossini are murmuring, involves Kittle going to the Detroit Lions in exchange for a second-round pick in the 2026 draft, along with tight end Brock Wright. Now, I know what you're thinking. What does this mean for the 49ers? Well, let me tell you, it's a complex situation. Kittle, who's been with the 49ers since he was drafted out of Iowa in 2017, is one of the most dynamic tight ends in the league. His stats speak for themselves. In 2024, he managed over 1,000 receiving yards top among tight ends and scored 6 touchdowns, averaging around 14.3 yards per reception, which is exceptional for a tight end. His analytics are elite, with an EPA per target of plus 0.24 and a PFF grade of 92, ranking him among the top tight ends in the league. His yards after catch, 7.1 yards per reception, puts him in the top 3, making him a constant deep threat and a reliable chain mover. But this year, things have been complicated. Kittle has been dealing with a knee injury, which has kept him out until at least Week 8, and his contract situation has been a point of concern after his extension in 2024, which guaranteed him $75 million. Now, the 49ers, who are managing their cap space carefully, are also prioritizing their defensive line to bolster their pass rush, especially after losing Nick Bosa to an ACL injury. They've been looking for ways to free up cap space, and trading Kittle appears to be a strategic move to do just that, liberating around $12 million in cap space for post-Bosa reinforcements. The Lions, on the other hand, are in a different position. They're 4-1 this season, and they're looking to make a serious playoff push. Adding Kittle to their offense alongside Sam Laporta, their young and promising tight end, could be a game-changer. Kittle's explosiveness and versatility could elevate Detroit's passing game significantly. In fact, projections suggest that Kittle could reach around 100 receiving yards and about 8 touchdowns, boosting Detroit's passing offense from an average of 230 yards per game to nearly 270 yards. That's an 18% increase in EPA per pass, which is huge when you consider Goff's current stats. About 450 yards and 10 touchdowns in 2025. Kittle's ability to stretch the field and create mismatches could be exactly what Detroit needs to take the next step and challenge the NFC powerhouses. It's worth noting that, for the 49ers, this move is not just about cap management. They're showing confidence in their youth, like Braden Willis, as part of a partial rebuild. Despite their ongoing success, they seem to be betting on emerging talent to keep their roster fresh and competitive. The 49ers, with their current roster, are still one of the most formidable teams in the league, especially on defense, where they rank 12th in sacks with 14 so far. But losing Bosa for an extended period is a blow, and managing that absence while staying competitive is a challenge. The offense, which has been effective but also inconsistent at times, might see some decline, around a 12% drop in EPA per pass, similar to what the Chiefs experienced after Kelce's injury last season. That's why they're focusing on youth and depth, hoping that players like Braden Willis can step up and fill the void. Now, let's talk about Kittle's impact in Detroit a bit more. If he hits those projections, he'll be a true X factor in the Lions' quest for the postseason. His chemistry with Jared Goff is already promising. They've connected for 450 yards and 10 touchdowns in 2025. So adding Kittle's explosiveness and ability to win contested catches could push Detroit's red zone efficiency to another level. Historically, tight ends like Kels have been the difference maker in close playoff games. And Kittle's style, his blocking, yards after catch, and big play ability could give the Lions a significant advantage in crucial moments. His presence could also alleviate some of the pressure on Laporta, giving Detroit multiple dangerous options in the passing game. In terms of the odds, this move has already shifted the Super Bowl and NFC Championship futures for Detroit. The Lions' odds to win the Super Bowl have plummeted from plus 2,500 to plus 1,200, making them more realistic contenders, and their NFC title odds have also improved from plus 200 to much more favorable levels. It's clear that the league sees this as a serious upgrade for the Lions, and for fans of the 49ers, it signals a new chapter. The Niners are clearly prioritizing their future, even if it means parting ways with a player like Kittle, who's been a cornerstone of their offense. But what about the 49ers? Well, despite this move, they remain a team with a ton of talent and a championship mindset. They're just adjusting their roster to maximize their cap space and address their defensive needs. The focus now is on developing young players like Braden Willis and finding ways to stay competitive without their star tight end on the field until he returns from injury. The team's coaching staff, led by Kyle Shanahan, is known for their offensive ingenuity, and they'll certainly find ways to adapt. But make no mistake, losing Kittle is a blow, especially considering how integral he's been in their red zone and third down conversions over the years. Looking ahead, the trade also sets the stage for interesting debates about the future of tight ends in the league. Kittle, still in his prime and with a track record of elite production, moving to a team like Detroit could redefine his career. Meanwhile, the 49ers will be looking to fill that void, both on the field and in the locker room, as they push forward in what's shaping up to be another highly competitive NFC season. Their defense, led by stars like Nick Bosa when healthy, remains a formidable force, but the offense will have to adapt and evolve, perhaps relying more on their other playmakers and emerging talent. And don't forget, this move also raises questions about the long-term strategic visions of both franchises. The 49ers are clearly showing that they're not afraid to make bold decisions to manage their cap and build for the future, even if it means sacrificing a beloved player in the short term. The Lions, meanwhile, are seizing this moment to elevate their roster, betting that Kittle's veteran presence and on-field production will be the catalyst for a deep playoff run. It's a classic case of two teams in different stages of their competitive cycle, making moves that could define their trajectories for years to come. So, as fans, we're witnessing a fascinating chess match unfold. The 49ers, a team that's been knocking on the Super Bowl door, are now recalibrating their roster, while the Lions, a team on the rise, are making bold statements about their championship ambitions. Whether or not this trade turns into a playoff game-changer, it's undeniable that it's a huge story, one that will be talked about for weeks, maybe months, as it plays out on the field. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this move? Are you excited about the potential of Braden Willis stepping up? Do you think losing Kittle will hurt the team's championship chances? Or do you believe Shanahan and the coaching staff have enough to adapt? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news. We're in for an exciting season, folks, and this trade is just the beginning of what promises to be a roller coaster ride in the NFC. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay passionate, stay loyal, and let's keep the 49ers spirit alive.